Hey everyone, today we're gonna do a little bit of Sabaki dancing. If you've seen the video I did on the Go Style web app, it actually suggested a book I own called actually I don't remember the title of it, but it's Making Sabaki and Finesse Skillful Moves. And what it really teaches you is kind of invasion points that will be tricky for your opponent. And allow you to kind of dance around and break up their potential. So I'm definitely going to be reading through this book, and I'm going to be teaching all along the way. So let's start with some Sabaki dancing. This is a little bit of an awkward opening. I'm not used to the 0-17 move. It might be a little out of date, but it still reminds me a lot of the shimari. So I think it's still nice to go over. So without me showing the move, where do you think white can go to make some trouble? I'll tell you what, before I read the book, I didn't really see that this could be much of anything. I've seen like much stronger players play things like this against me, but I personally don't see it in my games. And it is R17. I mean, it looks crazy, right? You got 3 black stones versus this one. How is this one gonna like come out, you know, safely? Well, he's gotta dance. White comes under. This is actually a little bit classic for making ko's and stuff. Black Ataris. White extends. I can't say it's always a good principle, but it's usually a good principle to usually extend once. You do give your opponent another kill, but it kind of leaves him a lot of trouble. He has to spend like more moves to kill it. This way he only has to spend 1 move to kill this, whereas this way he's going to spend 3, right? So that takes him a little more time. Excuse me. And then black plays under here. So we have 2 options for white now. You can see that these stones are really close to being dead, and same with this one. So we would first take the Atari. This is actually considered a bad move, but we're gonna go over the variations because I feel like looking at it, this is like pretty natural to do. Black would extend. If white plays here, black has 2 options. The first natural one I think most people would play without thinking about it is just, oh, I can kill these 2 stones, so let's kill them. Well, this allows white a free Atari, and now white can cap over this stone, and this stone is pretty weak for black now. Like it would take a lot for him to run out, and while he did, white could run out too, right? So then these stones become strong because he's leaning on a weak stone. Black did get this, so it's still, you know, an okay result for him, but this allowed white to get an okay result too, so both players got a blah result in my opinion. Now this is the true Tetsuji or Sabaki move for black, where he Atari's back. So white Atari'd first, and then black Atari'd back. White would be forced to take, and then black can play here. And now this is already starting to look pretty painful for white. Black takes this. It's early in the game, so there's not really any co-threats worth playing, so white will submit. Oops, sorry. And then black will allow, black will, see the natural like move I want to do, I naturally want to like in-cave white, but that's not the correct way to play. The correct way to play is to build this way. You let white live, but by crawling, and this gives black all the outside influence and strength. Like this is black's, and then this potentially could be black's where you could fight. Well, white's like spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 moves just to make about like 2 to 3 points tops. That's not good. It's not a good way of playing Go. So, if we go back, if white plays this move, black has a really good counter. So this is technically a bad move for white. Now, there's a variation where white can play this way. Black is in Atari, so the natural move would be for black to play here. But the problem with this move is, it kind of feels like white has a good attack on black. When white plays here, black could clamp this way, right? But the problem with that is it could end up like this. So white's like almost alive already. He has the potential to be able to come out, and black is kind of hurting here. And this stone is hurting, so he would actually have to come back to kill these 3. So now white even gets another free move where, I don't know, this is okay looking, right? This links up to his group and makes territory. This 2, I believe. Or he could come out and attack this stone, which seems kind of dicey. I didn't do the variations on this, but you can tell that if black connects here, this is bad for black. It gives white too many opportunities. So black will Atari this way, and then white can't exactly play this, because if black plays here, now this looks like it's gonna die, this looks like it's gonna die, and this is very weak. And while he runs, black can make points, potentially on both sides. So white can't play that, he has to take. And now we're in that same position as we were in the other one, where when black Atari'd here. See? So I thought that was really cool. So yeah, so that was the variations for when white, instead of playing this one, you'd play this one. So now we have this option. If black plays A, white gets to play B, and if black plays B, white gets to play A. And so if black was to play this, right, now white can come back and kill these 2 stones. He could do a little more too, I think. No, I would just come back and kill these stones, and at least white settled, so he actually got to live. And black's okay because he got a lot of center influence, but he's also still split here and he's cramped, so this wouldn't be that great for black, right? And if black plays this, white actually gets to do a really cool Sabaki move, allowing him to settle in a really fancy dancing kind of way. So now white actually got to connect up his groups, and this stone is extremely hurt. Black did get a lot of these captures here, but he's also pretty cramped. He does have Sente though, but I still feel like white did really well here for himself. He turned around like all these points, split up black, and you know there's still some Aji in here, I'm sure. So, and that all started with this extension. Black can play this way, and then white has options. Why would black play it? Oh, I see. So yeah, if white played this instead of black attaching or connecting like in the other variations we talked about, because this could happen, white would play something like this. Oops, sorry. And so this is really, really awesome thickness for black. And white did get to connect up to his group, but he's really cramped and he has a lot of cutting points, meaning he has a lot of weakness for the small amount of points he got compared to black's influence. That's really, really good. But anyway, if white plays this way, black can actually play this kick. And when white takes, now he gets the double Atari. Black has to connect, and then he's dead. No matter what he tries, he's one move away from dead. So I thought this kick was really cool. I actually forgot it, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, that's really cool. So we covered this. This is the same thing I was showing you. Black still gets this great thickness, and white still has weaknesses here. He made points, but there's weaknesses, and they're not like as amazing as this thickness here. And that stems from moving here. So those are the three moves we cover, like once white Atari's here. But the Atari is a mistake, and that's why I need to bring up. The correct move is for white to play this. So now black has two options. The first natural one I think of is black doing an iron pillar here, but this allows white to cut. And when white cuts, white can actually force him into that earlier position. And now black still is weak, and white can connected all his stuff. We talked about this formation just a minute ago. Black could fight, but it doesn't look like it would be a great fight for black because he has too many cutting points. This is Atari. This is Atari. And this is Atari. So white now, I feel like if it happened like this, white completely fixed his shape, so there's no more problems over here. And now he this is, I mean, it still kind of looks good for black, but I like white. I like the options he has by doing this Sabaki moves. I'm wondering if maybe it's worth giving up these stones and then coming out to start the attack on these two stones. Well, maybe this. And so the game could go like this. But yeah, this would look bad for black because this was all black's territory a minute ago, and now white was able to dance his way through. So this is the correct move. If black connects here, then white can just connect under, and so he's settled very easily. Black had to work hard for his points, and then white was able to take away a lot and gain on his own. So these are this is the first series of my Sabaki dancing. I thought it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it, and I hope I can find some more real game situations where it'll come up more. I have a feeling these won't come up as much because I'm not used to these two stones being so far apart. I know some people still play this way, but I wouldn't play this way. I've been punished too many times with the large knight shimari. I'm much more comfortable with the tight knight. The tight knight, of course, being here. But who knows, maybe somebody will play this and you'll get to try out your new Sabaki move. Alright guys, take it easy.